Us this afternoon. My name is Sethu Raval. I am the program director here at Charlotte is Creative, and I oversee our Creative Entrepreneurs Initiative in addition to some of our project management projects and some partnerships in our community. So again, really grateful that you're here this afternoon to learn a little bit more about the CEI program. As you can see, this program is really supported by so many partners in our community. You can see them here on this list. Many of these partners, some of them are funders and some of them help teach our classes. Some of them host all of our classes and workshops. So we are really grateful for the support of Wells Fargo, Mecklenburg County, Interact Studio, Do Greater Creative Lab, and then the National Endowment for the Arts. We really have so many other collaborators in the community. If you've been to some of the Charlotte is Creative events, then you know that we really love to collaborate, and that's a really big part of our CEI program as well. So what I'm going to do is just spend the next couple of minutes giving you an overview of the program, of some application information and guidelines, what to expect if you are invited to participate, and also what to expect on the application. So, and then at the very end, you can go ahead and drop some questions into the chat, but at the very end, I will also, you can come off mute and ask some questions. I'm here to help you today, and then you'll have my email address as well that you can reach out if you have questions along the way as you apply. All right. So our CEI program is an opportunity where emerging creative entrepreneurs, which is really all of you, I hope, anyone that is an artist that is looking to grow themselves as a small business, to grow their skills in through training. To grow themselves through a community of fellow cohort members and to grow themselves through networking opportunities to connect with local experts, creative mentors, business consultation. So we're looking for folks that are ready to take that step. You may have been honing your creative craft for decades, but you're really ready to put on that entrepreneur hat. You're really ready to start looking at yourself as a small business owner, and we're here to help you do that through this program. The program is a 10-week business training opportunity. Typically, classes are held on Monday nights, and that's our plan for the fall. They'll take place between August and November in the fall, starting late August. And on Monday nights, you have the opportunity to attend 10 introductory business classes. And I'll go through some of the topics on the next slide. But these are bite-sized introductory business classes. This is not like going to grad school for business school, but really it's just to get an early sense of what it takes to maybe do your taxes or to how to set some goals and plan out your projects, how to get organized and read a legal contract. So things like that, we have local experts come and share their insights on. This is also, as I mentioned, ask someone to mute here. Let's see if that worked. Yeah, okay. We also, each of our classes is taught by local professionals. So not often are these classes taught by professors, but they are taught by working tax experts, people with tangible tools that they can give you to apply some of these learnings immediately after the class. So let's say it's a class about project management. You would leave the class with worksheets that you can start implementing using the next day. So that's what we're really interested in finding people here that are in our Charlotte community that work with creatives that are really interested in collaboration, and we're really grateful to those partners. We also offer our cohort members an opportunity for promotion via Charlotte is Creative's social media channel and also through our newsletter called The Biscuit. So in addition to this, like very formal promotion. Folks that have gone through our CEI program are constantly put up for paid opportunities, for opportunities to connect with programs that we are facilitating, and with projects that come our way. So this is really, there's promotion involved, obviously during the program, but it extends far beyond the 10 weeks of the cohort experience. Um, the we typically have about 15 people that are accepted into the CEI program. For the last several years, we've had about 100 applications during each cycle. So that just kind of gives you an idea of the percentage of folks that are accepted into the program. And immediately you become a part of the CEI alumni network as soon as you graduate. We connect current cohort members to alums during the process. So alums will come and speak during classes, right before classes. There are networking opportunities. We have alumni mixers throughout the year, additional training for alums, additional opportunities to connect and grow. So lots of opportunities to connect with our alums during the program and after. Each cohort member will also receive access to our CEI shared drive. There you can get information and bios from instructors that will be a part of the program. You'll get contact information for all of the participants. And then instructors often share with us their presentation decks and other learning tools. And so all of that information is kept on a drive for you to access as well. And we are also really excited to offer each of our cohort members a $50 stipend to attend class. We know, it's not easy to carve out a couple of hours on a Monday evening. Sometimes you've got to take time off from work, or you've got to get childcare. So really, this is just an opportunity for us to share with you how much we value your time as an artist and as someone who's learning and taking the time to grow in this space. All of our cohort members that attend at least 8 of the 10 classes receive a $1,500 grant stipend. This is an opportunity. This is an unrestricted stipend, so you don't necessarily have to turn in receipts to us. This is an opportunity for you to decide what you need to invest into your creative business. So whether you put it towards equipment, or you put it towards rent for a studio, or you put it towards supplies for a project, or a consultation with a lawyer to build out your contracts. This is at your discretion, and you're able to use the funds upon completion of the program. Here are just some of the class topics that we've explored in the last couple of years. They always shift and change. And that's one of the things that we really enjoy about CEI, is that we conduct surveys before, during, and after the cohort sessions. And this is really to get a sense of the makeup of the group, what folks are interested in learning about, where you feel most comfortable and least comfortable. And then we help identify classes and topics to explore based on this feedback. Some other classes that we've had in the past is grant writing or proposal creation, business plan workshops. We have leadership coaching, at least twice during the cohort, to really start thinking of yourself as an entrepreneur, which is just something that doesn't often happen for creative practitioners. So we're really excited to be able to grow this slate. And again, so many of the folks that come and teach these classes are local to Charlotte, and they care a lot about the creative community. They care a lot about giving back, and being able to equip you with the tools to grow and sustain your creative business. Okay, so there aren't a tremendous amount of eligibility requirements to apply for CEI. It's pretty straightforward. We're looking for artists and creatives that have big ideas, that can show a track record of work, ideally 2 to 3 years at least in your creative field. You don't have to have a really polished portfolio, but we would love to see through your Instagram or through your website, some of the work that you have been um, participating in, whether it's pictures or testimonials. You'll have an opportunity to share that information through the application. Um, but most importantly, in addition to residing in Mecklenburg County, that's just kind of a hard and fast rule for us because a lot of our funding comes from the county, um, is that you're ready to put on the business owner hat. You're ready to monetize your work. And sometimes that feels really icky. We've had so many people go through the program, and I can relate to this too, where it's like, this is my art. Um, Sometimes I feel like I want to just paint this beautiful mural and give it to the folks that really want it. And you absolutely should. But your art has value. And we believe in thinking through what that looks like and getting organized so that the value is apparent to you, but also the community, and to build a consumer base and to really think about how it is that you are going to make money creating and doing your art and getting it out into the world. We have a really great class on pricing and that we just launched this spring. And that's given folks some really great tools to grow that mindset. So that's really something we are looking for is that you're ready to talk about your work, you're ready to practice pitching and storytelling, you're ready to start marketing yourself, you're ready to build a website and create an Instagram page and start talking and sharing your work with the community. Here are just some really important dates and deadlines. Our application is open, and I have a QR code on the final page. So if you haven't seen it already, you're welcome to go and check it out. The application will remain open through May 29th. Applications will close at 5 o'clock that Friday evening. And we will notify everyone by July 17th. So just so you know, we have a panel that changes each application cycle. So we've got our internal team, but we've also got folks in the community that review applications. We have alums of the CEI program. That's another way to participate after going through the program is they come and they review applications as well. And one of the benefits to that is that then you get to see how folks are applying. You get to see some patterns and you get to grow as you then apply for other grants and opportunities out in the community as well. But alums have a great sense of what it takes to go through that program. And so their input is super valuable through the application process. We haven't decided the exact dates of the program, the start and the end date, and that information will get finalized over the summer. But but we will most likely start at least one class at the end of August, and then classes will go through November. You may have a couple weeks off in between, and then it ends with the final reception in November, where we introduce the cohort to the community through alums, through business leaders, through nonprofit partners, and the greater creative community here in Charlotte. And again, to receive the funding, we ask that cohort members attend at least 8 out of the 10 classes. We're hoping that it's 10 out of 10 because um, each class is unique and so valuable, but life happens and we totally understand. So we do we do require that at least 8 out of the 10 classes must be attended to receive the grant stipend at the very end. Okay, a couple of tips on applying, and then we'll probably go into Q&A in just a minute. You'll see the application. It's broken up into a couple of sections. The first section is just basic information about yourself. And then the second section is including some short question answers. So the key thing for those, I think, 3 to 4 questions is for us to really get a sense of why participating in a program like CEI is important to you. Why is this the right moment? Why now and not last year? Why now and not next year? Where are you in that creative journey? Where are you in the journey as a small business owner where business training, community, your fellow cohort members, and that opportunity to collaborate and share stories and resources, and meeting other professionals in the community, growing your social capital. Well, how can those three elements be important to you at this moment, at this given time? So I would spend a lot of time thinking about that as you think through those short question answers. Um, we do ask again, to be able to share your work through either a website or your Instagram page. You don't need to include the Instagram page if it's just like a personal account, then you can leave that off. But then I would rather put like a website or portfolio. But if you use your Instagram page to showcase your work, to promote your events or projects, then please share that with us. We'd love to get a sense of who you are outside of the application. Um, we do ask for a letter of recommendation. This doesn't have to be lengthy or super formal, but it's really with someone that you have either worked with, someone you have worked for or under in the last 2 to 3 years. So a recent connection, someone who can speak about who you are as an artist, what it's been like to work with you and why this opportunity is great for you. So they're answering some of the same questions that you are answering in your short answers, but really from their perspective. I would recommend that you not wait until the week before the deadline to ask these folks. Please give them time. Just a little courtesy from the perspective of someone who does have to write a lot of letters of recommendation. You want to give folks at least a week, if not more, to turn this stuff around because they're going to give you the letter and you'll upload it through the application portal. So just give time for that turnaround. And then finally, we have added an element to our application, and it's a video answer. And that might feel a little bit uncomfortable, or that might feel really natural to you. But one of the reasons we've added it is sometimes through just the short answers, we don't really get a clear sense of who you are. Um, just a real kind of conversation with you. I wish we had all the time in the world to have like 100 interviews where we could sit down and really have a conversation with all the applicants. But this is a really quick way to just record yourself in under 2 minutes, keeping it very simple, keeping it real. And we have a list of questions that we ask for that and the video answers as well. We are partnering with a really wonderful platform called Willow, where you will just click on a link, you'll go directly to the website, and you'll see a video from me asking you a couple of questions, and you'll just hit record and start answering those questions. So it is really simple. You don't even have to upload a video. If you choose not to use Willow and you want to create something on your own, record it on your phone or your device, and then upload it, you do have the opportunity to do that. You can send us a YouTube link or a Vimeo link or something like that if you're interested. But again, we really ask that you keep the videos simple. If you're a filmmaker in this group, a content creator, you do not need to get fancy with us. I mean, that's really fun, but we're looking for the answers and we're looking to get a sense of who you are. There are some word counts in the application, so for the short answers. So just take a look at those and try to adhere to that as well. What we've done this time is we have a 2-page application overview on our portal, and I'll just take you to the next page so you can see this. So if you click on or scan the QR code, and I will also drop the link into the chat to the application page, there is a PDF of our full application. So what it has is the questions for the short answers. It has the link to upload the video. It has like a checklist for you. I would recommend that you gather all those materials before applying, and then start filling things out in the application. That way, if for any reason you have to leave that application page, I just don't want it to lose your materials. All right, I'm just letting a couple more folks in. So that we again, I'll drop the application link into the chat. And I know I kind of sped through this, but my email address is right on the screen right now. You can email me anytime if you have questions about the application. Again, the deadline is May 28th at 5 p.m. For those of you